Okay, now we're up and going. I have one button to push to get it started. One button, and then it's a lot of moving parts here. So we're up and going. You can feel free to jump in anytime or just laugh at me.
That's pretty much where I go.
It's time for conference update with Brian and Donalyn. I'm Brian today, and you'll be Donalyn. Yes. And it's Casual Wednesday.
Right? Because we're going to a hockey game.
We're going
tonight.
to a hockey game tonight. We don't have Portland Winterhawks jerseys, but we are.
So we're wearing sporty
things.
We're
dressing sporty today. So it's kind of like Spirit Week in school, where it's sporty day.
We forgot to tell Dave.
No, Dave probably wouldn't dress up anyway. So he's too cool for school. You're just enjoying life.
How are you doing today, Brian?
Dying. I am absolutely dying because
Why?
Because we moved, and so finally getting in to see a doctor, because I haven't seen a doctor in a long time, and they had all kinds of things they wanted to do with the new doctor stuff, and so
they poked and
they
prodded.
said, "Hey, you're due for a tetanus shot, so let's give you one of those." And then they wanted to give me a flu shot, and I should have said thanks, but no thanks, because flu season's just about over. What's the point of getting a flu shot now? And so I got shots. Oh man, it hurts so bad. It's so bad. And
both in the same arm?
Yeah. Well, he said, "Well, do you want one in each arm or?" And I said, "Well, what's your expert advice here? You don't want him in one in each arm." Then both arms really hurt. Oh, thanks. So yes, we got tetanus and flu shot in this arm, and it hurts so bad. And then they wanted to take some blood too, so might as well with the same arm. So they stabbed me in the arm and stole some blood too. It's great. Yeah.
To be alive.
It's great. We'll see if I pass the test they have for me. So
I hope you do.
I studied. Did not. So anyway, moving on from Brian's medical issues. How you doing, Donalyn?
I'm doing
What did
all right.
you do over the weekend?
Oh, went to Puyallup with you.
We went to Puyallup.
That was so fun. I've never been there before. And I, for some reason, thought it was just a really, small community. But it's a lot bigger than I thought. And it's really just, it's a pretty city. Right.
Yeah. And they got a lot of stuff there. And, and the Puyallup Evangelical Church, they meet in a hotel. They're in a different hotel temporarily while the original normal hotel is being remodeled right now. But we went up Saturday and spent the night in that hotel. And
it's really a nice place.
Yeah, so we got to church before anybody else did. And nice place, nice staff. The people there were so nice.
They were. It was a great place.
The church was wonderful. And the church, the hotel sets up coffee. They set up chairs for them, and, they're doing okay. And so it was wonderful. We had a great time.
Yeah.
And, and then I got a text from my dad saying he saw that we're in Puyallup, and they sent me a text saying, "Hey, if you see a Chrysler dealership, that's where we bought the Plymouth Duster in 1972. So, and then he later said, "Oh, whoops, no, it was somewhere else." And so I'm glad I didn't go looking around Puyallup for where Dad bought a car over 50 years ago. So, it's
chances are they may not be there anymore.
I think there's different people that work there now. So,
oh dear, but we had a good time.
We had a good time at Puyallup with the church there. Last week, we're into local conference season. Last week, because I did a little local conference with Puyallup, last week on Thursday, did a double header. We did a double local conference. with Lake Oswego and Tigard.
Oh, yes.
The Hope and Trinity churches, and had a great time with Keith and Michael, and that was awesome. Last night I was in the Salem area and did another doubleheader with Fruitland and LaBiche. And so there were a bunch of people there last night.
That's
too.
Awesome.
And yeah. So it was a good time, and people just hanging out afterwards, and
That's
so
good.
that was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And just charging ahead. So let's see, women's retreat's coming up. You're going crazy. You missed a meeting, which is probably okay. They need to handle meetings without you. We were traveling back from
just a Zoom meeting, just to
Puyallup.
kind of
Yep.
make sure everyone's on the same page and things are going well as we are planning for spring retreats. So
right. Yep.
yeah, no, it sounds like things are moving along, and
Yep.
we're excited, and we have a good group of ladies that are planning on coming. So now we're just praying for health and
Right.
for everyone, especially our speaker. So yeah.
Let's see. Next week is Pessum week, so Pessum peeps will be here. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is I have a couple meetings, and then Friday is board of ministry meeting all day. So I'll be around the office a bunch next week. So we do have a couple funerals, and Florence Myers, the wife of retired Pastor Leroy Myers and mother of retired Superintendent Randy Myers, passed away a few weeks ago. Her service will be April 6th. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, April 6th.
Saturday,
4 o'clock at Oregon City Church.
Yeah.
Also, Dr. Bill Vermillion's wife, Diana, passed away Sunday afternoon. And she had been in lousy health. This latest bout was not great. She had been in and out of the hospital for a few weeks, and they were planning on being at Midwinter, but she ended up hospital and passed away Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
And her service will also be on April 6th, but in the morning down in Canby.
Yeah.
And so
we'll
that'll be out in all the
information.
conference email things, but oh boy. Tough stuff, but praise the Lord, we got heaven to look forward to. And and both of these ladies, I mean, we have no doubts about, I wonder if they really did. No, we have no doubts they are with Jesus now.
Yeah.
And So
Yeah.
oh, anything else we got going on other than my arm is killing me? And
No.
Okay.
No.
Right?
I mean, things are just moving along,
Right.
and we just think of the churches as they're preparing for Easter coming up, and we just that's when we found a lot of family come to visit. A lot of people. That's one of those times that people will come to church, and so
and like I always say, Easter moves around. It moves around, so people don't know when Easter is all the time. I mean, we know when Christmas is, or the 4th of July. Easter, it moves around a bit, so don't be afraid to say to your family and friends, hey, this is when Easter is. We're going to have a great service at my church. Why don't you come with me?
Yes.
And the worst thing they can do is say no. And so they probably are not going to beat you up physically. Probably not. But it doesn't hurt to ask. And so, anyway, I think, today's video is brought to you by tetanus shots. And I'm not a fan.
happy again.
And so hockey game tonight. So yes,
Go Winter
go
Hawks.
Winter Hawks.
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
For some reason, I think they're playing Moose Jaw.
They might be playing Moose Jaw. We don't like Moose Jaw. They're in Saskatchewan, and we're Alberta people. So. Hey, we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.